Did you know that polar bears are considered marine mammals because they spend most of their lives on sea ice? This fascinating fact sparks the beginning of our story today, a tale of beauty, survival, and a struggle against the merciless hands of climate change. We delve into the frigid world of the Arctic, the kingdom of the polar bear. The Arctic is not just a vast, icy wilderness, it's the polar bear's hunting ground, their refuge, their home. But the once stable ice platforms are now vanishing, leaving them to grapple with the shrinking confines of their habitat. Climate change isn't just a global issue, it's a personal crisis for every polar bear. These magnificent beasts rely heavily on sea ice for survival. It's their platform for hunting seals, their primary food source. As the ice retreats, so do their hunting opportunities. Imagine the floor beneath you, the ground you depend upon, slowly melting away. That's the plight beneath the ice. The consequences are dire. A polar bear's hunting prowess is unparalleled, but without their icy stage, they are left to roam the tundra, expending valuable energy and often finding less nourishing food. The result is a spiraling effect of malnutrition and decreased reproduction rates. Our polar bears are not just losing their homes, they're fighting a battle for survival. Polar bears have roamed the Earth for hundreds of thousands of years, adapting to severe climatic changes. But the current rate of warming is unprecedented. The ice is melting faster than they can adapt, and the clock is ticking against them. The plight beneath the ice is a story of resilience and struggle. It's a story that speaks volumes about the impact of climate change on these magnificent creatures. But it's not just about the polar bears, it's about the intricate web of life that is being disrupted, sending ripples through the entire ecosystem. As these icy platforms disappear, the survival of polar bears becomes more precarious. Their struggle is a harsh reminder of the profound impact our actions have on the planet and its inhabitants. And it underscores the urgent need for us to take action to change the course of this narrative, because every life, no matter how big or small, matters. Despite the dire circumstances, hope is not lost for these Arctic giants. A cadre of dedicated scientists, environmentalists, and policymakers around the world are tirelessly working to ensure the survival of polar bears. One of the major steps taken in this direction is the formation of international agreements. Countries across the globe are recognizing the plight of polar bears and are joining hands to protect them. The Agreement on the Conservation of Polar Bears, signed by 5 nations, including the United States, Russia, and Canada, is a prime example of such collaborative efforts. This agreement focuses on protecting the habitats of polar bears, prohibiting hunting, and supporting research to better understand these majestic creatures. Protected areas have also been established in many parts of the Arctic. These are designated zones where human activity is strictly regulated to minimize disturbance to polar bears and their habitat. Such sanctuaries provide a safe haven for polar bears, allowing them to hunt, mate, and raise their cubs without fear of human interference. In addition, scientific research is playing a crucial role in conservation efforts. Researchers are striving to learn more about polar bears' behavior, physiology, and adaptation mechanisms to the changing climate. This knowledge is invaluable in predicting how polar bear populations might respond to ongoing environmental changes and in devising strategies to help them survive. For instance, studies on polar bear migration patterns have led to the development of measures to reduce human-bear conflicts. Moreover, technology is being harnessed to aid in conservation. Satellite tracking of polar bears, for instance, provides vital data about their movements and habitat use. This information is helping to shape policies and management plans aimed at preserving the icy landscapes that these bears call home. Through these efforts, we can make a difference in the lives of polar bears and their icy homes. But the work is far from over. The challenges are many, and solutions require global cooperation, innovative thinking, and a deep commitment to preserving the world's biodiversity. As we continue to learn more about these Arctic kings, let's remember that their survival is intricately connected to the health of our planet. To truly appreciate these animals, let's delve into how they've adapted to their harsh environment. Polar bears are extraordinary creatures that have evolved over thousands of years to thrive in one of the most extreme habitats on Earth, the Arctic. They are the perfect embodiment of nature's resilience and adaptability. Their striking white fur, a signature feature, is more than just a fashion statement. It helps them blend into the snowy backdrop of their icy home, providing camouflage while hunting. But did you know their fur isn't actually white? It's transparent. Each strand is hollow and reflects light, giving off the white appearance we associate with these Arctic giants. Underneath that deceptive coat lies another surprise, a layer of black skin. This dark pigmentation absorbs and retains heat from the sun, helping the bears stay warm in the relentlessly cold environment. Their large, paddle-like paws are not just for show either. They are excellent swimmers, capable of covering impressive distances in icy waters. Those paws, along with a layer of fat up to 4.5 inches thick, help polar bears maintain their body temperature while swimming in the frigid Arctic seas. And let's not forget about the hibernation-like state of female polar bears during birth. While it's not true hibernation, pregnant polar bears dig dens in the snow where they stay for months without eating, drinking, or excreting. This state, called denning, allows them to conserve energy and give birth in a safe, warm environment. These creatures are marvels of adaptation, perfectly designed for life in the Arctic. They're not just surviving the cold, they're thriving in it. Every feature, every behavior is a testament to the incredible power of natural selection and adaptation. But it's also a stark reminder of how finely tuned these animals are to their specific environment. Any significant changes to their habitat, like the melting ice caps, can have devastating effects on their survival. These adaptations are not just fascinating, they are vital for the survival of polar bears in the frigid Arctic. You might be wondering why it's important to preserve polar bear populations. Well, the answer is more profound than you might think. It's not just about saving one species, it's about maintaining the delicate balance of our planet's biodiversity. Every living organism, from the tiniest microbes to the towering sequoias, plays a unique role in the complex web of life. Polar bears are no exception. As apex predators, they help regulate the population of seals, their primary prey. This in turn influences the population of fish that seals feed on, and so on. The ripple effect is astounding. But what happens when one link in this chain is broken? The entire ecosystem can be thrown off balance. Without polar bears, seal populations could explode, leading to overgrazing of fish populations. This could have far-reaching consequences for other marine life and even human communities that depend on these resources. Preserving polar bear populations isn't just about the bears themselves. It's about the entire Arctic ecosystem. It's about the indigenous communities who share their homeland with these majestic creatures and rely on the same resources for survival. It's about the countless species that call the Arctic home, from the microscopic plankton to the massive whales. Moreover, our responsibility towards environmental stewardship goes beyond the practical considerations of biodiversity. It's also about the ethical imperative to protect the natural world that we are a part of. This is our planet, our home. We have a duty to take care of it, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. Caring for our environment, for species like the polar bear, is also about fostering a sense of respect and admiration for the natural world. It's about appreciating the beauty, the complexity, and the sheer wonder of life on Earth. It's about understanding that every creature, no matter how small or large, has a role to play in this grand tapestry of life. By protecting polar bears, we're not just saving a species, we're preserving a piece of our planet's natural heritage. Our understanding of these majestic creatures leads to caring, which can inspire action. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned so far. We've unraveled the harsh realities of the plight beneath the ice, where polar bears are witnessing their hunting grounds shrink due to the melting ice caps. Climate change is not a distant threat. It's a pressing issue that's changing the Arctic landscape, making survival a game of adapt or perish for our furry friends. We've also dived into the global efforts currently underway to bridge the gap between the polar bear's survival needs and the rapidly changing environment. International agreements, protected areas, scientific research, these are all pieces of a larger puzzle that aim at safeguarding these iconic Arctic inhabitants. We've journeyed through the unique features and behaviors that make polar bears the resilient survivors they are. Their thick fur, black skin beneath the white, remarkable swimming abilities, and the hibernation-like state of females during birth, all these are fascinating adaptations that nature has bestowed upon them to thrive in their icy homes. And we've pondered over why we should care, why the preservation of polar bear populations is not just about them, but about us, about biodiversity, about maintaining a balance in nature, and about preserving this natural heritage for the generations to come. As we wrap up this journey, it's important to remember that we are not mere spectators in this story. Our individual actions, no matter how small they may seem, contribute to larger conservation efforts. Whether it's reducing our carbon footprint, spreading awareness, or supporting conservation projects, each step we take echoes in the wilderness of the Arctic, impacting the lives of the polar bears and other wildlife. Let's not forget that our understanding and caring can indeed inspire action. And that action, my friends, is what will make the difference in the end. Remember, each one of us plays a crucial role in the survival of these magnificent creatures and the preservation of our planet. Thank you for joining us on this Arctic adventure. Subscribe to Animal Quest for more intriguing insights on diverse species and their preservation. Share your thoughts, and let's converse about other fascinating creatures you'd like to discover. Join us in our quest to understand, care for, and protect our planet's incredible wildlife.